Hi, welcome to Construction Update. These are the top 10 stories that contractors have been reading this week. I'm Larry Stewart with ForConstructionPros.com.
And I'm Alexis Sheprek, editor of Rental.
All right, starting the list this week is number 10, how the construction industry can be prepared for more work. With construction back underway and project demand on the rise again, contractors need to find ways to complete more work with the resources they have on hand. And our Jessica Lombardo talks with David Pimskern, who's head of customer success for construction workforce intelligence provider Bridget, in a webinar on September 23rd about how technology can help use workforce data to build stronger project teams, track the right data to improve bidding and project management, avoid cost overruns, improve collaboration across groups.
And number 9 here. So the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act is at a crucial turning point right now. The $1.2 trillion bipartisan legislation represents a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to invest in our failing roads, bridges, and waterways. But there's a lot of uncertainty right now surrounding it. So the bill actually rides on the passage of a $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill. So this is something that we need to keep an eye on in the next few weeks.
Number 8 is Komatsu teleoperating an excavator in Arizona from Mine Expo in Las Vegas. So from the big show this week, Komatsu demonstrated the 700-ton class PC7000-11, their semi-autonomous hydraulic excavator that they've got in development, loading an autonomous concept truck from a remote console on the show floor.
That's very cool. I've never seen anything like that. So very interesting.
Yeah, Caterpillar had a technology like that they're actually marketing that they had at ConExpo last year.
Right.
This is a monstrous machine.
Yeah. And number 7 here, this one is close to my heart. So this is Rental Rundown. And in this episode, I got to hang out with David Frank of Briggs & Stratton, and the company was recently acquired by KPS. So we talked about that, how it's affected the company. And we also touched on topics like ghosts and bagel flavors. So you'll just have to watch it to find out more.
Wow, I've got to find out about bagel flavors. I'm very involved in that. Number 6, the tight supply market drives strong demand for equipment and trucks. Ritchie Brothers shares the more than doubling of bidders at recent auctions, driving a 30% price increase for both skid steers and truck tractors in July. Aerial equipment, earth moving, and vocational trucks also saw big jumps over the previous 3 months. And the auction giant asks those holding underutilized assets, is now a good time to sell.
And number 5, this one is pretty sentimental. So the Tower of Voices Flight 93 Memorial, which is located in Stony Creek Township, Pennsylvania, is a tribute to those who died in the plane crash during the September 11th attacks. The 93-foot tall tower, which houses 40 custom-made aluminum wind chimes, has been under construction since soon after the attacks, with the wind chimes being installed in fall of 2020. I urge everyone to take the time to watch this video.
Number 4 on the list is a video. Caterpillar's new electric loader charges in just 20 minutes. Meet the R1700XE. This is a battery-powered mining loader that charges in only 20 minutes. Cat's unveiling this low-profile loader, blowing minds at that Mine Expo this week with a revolutionary new MEC 500 mobile charging system. Check out all the details in this video.
I think 20 minutes is faster than my phone, so that's pretty impressive. Number 3 here, as we talked about earlier for number 9, this article touches on the details of that reconciliation bill that we talked about, as some party leaders are hoping to pass it in the next few weeks. So the plan calls for investments to be offset by a combination of new tax revenues, healthcare savings, and long-term economic growth. And it also prohibits tax increases on families making under $400,000 a year, small businesses, and family farms. However, as we talked about, the future is very cloudy, so only time will tell what happens with the vote.
Yeah, the politics involved in this situation are really, really complex.
Yes, absolutely.
So another memorial in the 20-year recognition of the World Trade Center disaster. Here's a time lapse that actually compiles 2 decades, starting with the rescue operation and all the way to completion of rebuilding and memorializing on the World Trade Center site. Really a good and interesting overview of how we've remembered that bad day.
Yeah. And number one, we have another video. So, a couple weeks ago, after more than 3 decades of building excavators through a joint venture, John Deere and Hitachi decided to dissolve the partnership and go their separate ways. With such a long history, the breakup, if you will, might be a little tangled, not necessarily messy, but just tangled. So, this video touches on points like the how, what, why, when, and wheres of the whole deal, as well as how customers will be impacted moving forward.
All right. Well, that's our list for this week. Alexis, thanks so much for your help.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for tuning in. We'll have another list for you next week. In the meantime, have a great weekend and stay safe out there.
Bye.